Hey, today we are launching one of the most underrated features when we talk about billing. And this feature is called activity logs. Whenever you deal with billing engines, you want to make sure you know exactly what's happening in your system, right? You want to know, for example, who decided to change that price, who decided to create this new pricing plan, what's the journey of an invoice, what's the situation of your billing engine, right? And we decided to ship what we call the activity logs. So we decided to have this new developer section, which is now kind of a console, right? You can have your API keys and IDs. You have your webhook endpoints. You can know what's your event ingestion. And on top of that, we added here a new tab called Activity Logs. And this tab is listing all the activity, the billing activity you have in your organization. So you can track and know any actions that have been made by your teammates, the system, or the API. For example, you can know here the invoice with this number has been generated, right? And you know exactly what's the payload. You can have a direct link to the resource ID or the customer impacted. You can also be able to track the changes from an object updated to another. And for example, here you can know that these empty values have been changed to these GPU values, for example. Okay, so that's what we call the activity logs. You can obviously filter that by any type of arguments and data here. So for example, it could be useful to say, hey, please do a filtering by invoices so I can track the situation of all my invoices. And doing that, you know exactly what's the journey of your invoices and the payment statuses, receipt, and so on. Okay, so that's one thing. And we also added here the ability to track that by object. So you can go into a specific object. You can go, for example, here in your billable metric, and you can track the activity logs of that metric. So who decided to create that? It's been created from the front end by this user, the dates, and you can decide also to see whenever it's been updated, who did that, and what's the changes on that specific metric. You can do that for any object, but it means also at the customer level, right? We can have that information here at the customer level where you can see for that specific customer all the activity logs tracked for this specific customer. So whenever we talk about billing, activity logs are never a priority, but that's the top information you will have to go through your entire billing journey and know what's happening in your billing system.